Have you ever heard the phrase fighting like cats and dogs? Turns out sometimes those rivals can become the closest of friends. Shocking, right? Most people believe that animals, let alone humans, are doomed from the start if they come from different worlds. But what if I told you that even the most unlikely pairs could turn enemies into soulmates in the most surprising way? It's a story that goes against all expectations, promising that powerful lesson that friendship often blossoms where least expected. Intrigued? Keep reading, because this isn't just a cute animal story. It's a mirror for our own potential for change. You might be surprised to hear that many friendships you admire or wish for are actually hiding behind walls of preconception and bias. The truth is, most of us stick to what's safe and familiar, missing out on friendships that could transform our lives. By believing that some relationships are impossible, we're shortcutting the chance to experience authentic connection. But here's the twist. If animals, who seem so fundamentally different, can become inseparable friends, what's stopping us from doing the same? Could breaking out of our comfort zone open doors to relationships, careers, and personal growth we never imagined? Spoiler alert. The secret lies in daring to see beyond the surface. Think about those moments when you faced a challenge, maybe a conflict at work, a misunderstanding with a loved one, or even a personal block that seemed insurmountable. Now, imagine if the key to overcoming that obstacle was a simple shift in perspective. This story of a cat and a dog isn't just about animals. It's a metaphor for your own life. The real question is, are you willing to challenge your assumptions and trust the process of authentic connection? Because the payoff is worth it, an enriching journey where unlikely friendships could change everything. At the beginning, when the cat and the dog crossed paths for the very first time, the air was thick with tension. There they were, creatures of distinct habits and customs, staring at each other like adversaries in an unlikely ring. The cat, with its stealthy steps and narrowed eyes, watched as if planning a cunning move. On the other hand, the dog showcased its bravery by barking and circling with awkward yet determined movements. It was a true spectacle of mistrust and initial exploration, almost like an old Western, where each side awaited the other's first false step. The initial discord wasn't just about space or territory, but about the unknown. Imagine your own life when two paths cross, and you must decide whether to embrace a new friendship or remain in your comfort zone. Like a chess duel, the cat and the dog studied each other, each vying for a position of advantage. Small quarrels naturally arose, from disputes over a sunny spot to accidental spills of food bowls. An unaware observer might say that nothing good could come from it, and yet there's no learning without a bit of friction. Each disagreement, each bark and scratch, though contentious, began to build a strange dance of communication. If you've ever had to learn to get along with that complicated person at work or home, you can understand. Gradually, the initial rigidity gave way to a silent acknowledgement of strength and skill in the other. What could have been just another trivial rivalry was, without them noticing, planting the initial seeds of something unexpected, maybe even revolutionary, but only time would tell. One day, everything started to shift unexpectedly. Imagine a situation where both animals found themselves in a predicament, perhaps trapped during a storm or close to danger. In that tense moment, instead of fighting or ignoring each other, they instinctively banded together to face the challenge. The dog, with his brave attitude, kept watch, while the cat, surprisingly agile, helped find a safe way out. That shared experience ignited a subtle but powerful change in their perception, revealing that beneath their differences, they could trust and even rely on one another. Sometimes, a small act or a common threat can unlock feelings we didn't even realize we had. Think about how a shared project or a team effort at work can foster unexpected camaraderie. When animals step out of their comfort zones and face danger side by side, they start to see beyond preconceived notions. This moment, whether it's playtime or a rescue, serves as a turning point, laying the groundwork for genuine connection. Such moments remind us that the most unlikely circumstances can reveal our shared vulnerabilities and strengths. As they continue to interact, what initially seemed like mere cooperation began to morph into genuine curiosity. The cat, once aloof, started to enjoy the dog's company during playtime, finding comfort in his presence. Meanwhile, the dog found in the cat a companion, someone who understood silence and subtle signals. These subtle shifts sharpened their bond, proving that sometimes all it takes is a single moment of vulnerability to ignite a friendship that feels deeper than words. That realization is a game changer, enhancing how we see potential allies in our own lives. Over time, what once was suspicion and cautious distance blossomed into a mutual understanding that neither could ignore. They became inseparable, sharing not just space, but also moments filled with laughter, mischief, and comfort. Think about those special friendships that evolve from small gestures, a shared snack, a playful chase that grow into something much greater. As they grew closer, their bonds started to influence their human owners too, bringing newfound warmth and connection into their lives. It's a testament to how genuine friendship crosses all borders, even between the most unlikely pair. As days turned into weeks, their playful interactions turned into routines, grooming each other, napping side by side, creating a rhythm that felt natural and effortless. These moments were more than just cute snapshots. They built a sense of belonging, a feeling of having found a true partner in crime. When you start fostering connections like these, whether with pets or people, you realize that loyalty and trust are the real treasures. It's a reminder that differences shouldn't keep us apart, but serve as the foundation for deeper, more meaningful bonds. Watching their friendship flourish, it's impossible not to notice the emotional impact it has on their human caretakers. Their owners, often surprised, see how their pets find comfort and joy in each other's company, transforming their home into a sanctuary of harmony. Loving relationships are built on simple acts, the patience to understand, the willingness to accept, and the courage to open your heart. If you're inspired, consider reaching out to someone you've held back from, or nurture the relationships you already have by embracing differences and fostering genuine trust. And so, their friendship goes beyond mere companionship. It becomes a powerful lesson that genuine connection defies all expectations. How can you apply this in your own life? Are you truly open to discovering bonds where you least expect them? Remember, real friendships aren't just about shared interests, they're about shared vulnerability. Keep this in mind and let it inspire you to cultivate meaningful, lasting relationships, no matter how different others may seem. This story shows us that what initially seems impossible, the friendship between a feline and a canine, can become a beautiful reality with a little patience and openness. It's a reminder that overcoming prejudices and preconceptions isn't just possible, it's transformative. How many times have you missed out on a meaningful connection simply because you judged someone too quickly? What if, instead, you approached your relationships with curiosity and kindness? Remember, the true power lies in the willingness to see beyond differences and foster unlikely bonds. It's tempting to stay in our comfort zones, but growth happens when we step out and embrace the unknown. So ask yourself, are you ready to let go of old preconceptions and give new relationships a genuine chance? Could this story inspire you to mend a fractured friendship or approach someone with newfound compassion? By applying this lesson, you're not just changing your relationships, you're transforming your outlook on life itself. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. and watch how your world expands. Now, imagine looking back a year from now and realizing you've built bridges where you once saw walls. How empowering would that feel? In what areas of your life could you cultivate more empathy and open-mindedness? Take that leap and see for yourself how authentic bonds can enrich your journey. And hey, if you found value in this story, make sure to subscribe and activate notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next to help you live your best, most connected life.